Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Bernie here, and in today's video, I wanted to show you my color grading workflow using Cinema Grade as well as Phantom LUTs. And you know what? Phantom LUTs, they're amazing and I'm so glad I found out about them. But please note though that I am not a professional colorist. But with the help of Phantom LUTs and Cinema Grade, I was able to make it happen and color grade my S-Log3 footage. And if you have seen my previous videos, that I have said that I am scared of using S-Log3 because color grading is not really my best suit in creating videos. Just being honest right here. And that's why when I found out about using LUTs, and most especially Phantom LUTs, of course paired with my Sony FX30, well, that's about it. It's a game changer for me and there's no looking back. And really, I'm happy and always want to film on S-Log3 because I can easily and I am confident that I can easily achieve what I am looking for using Cinema Grade and Phantom LUTs. Alright, I hope that you will get something out of this video and let's get into it. So first thing to do is to create a library. In this case, I will name it as S-Log3 color grading workflow. Hit save. And as you can see here, this number right here, I will rename it to bin. Why bin? Is just a personal preference. Alright, now I'm gonna launch Finder and I already have the hard drive selected with my Sony FX30 color grading workflow folder already selected as well. And this time around, the folder FX30 in blue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select as well the other folders such as the Rodecaster Pro, screen recording and videos, and I'm going to drag them all the way to the bin. There's a lot of ways of importing the clips, but for me this is the easiest way and this is what I do all the time. And kaboom! And now you can see you don't have to rename everything because the same folder names were also transferred to the bin. And go ahead and quit the Finder window. So right now I'm just making sure that all the files were imported to the bin. And the next thing to do is to create a project file. So I'll hit new and then project. And on this project name, I'm gonna name this S-Log3 color grading workflow. In event bin, starting time code, don't worry about that. It's always at 0. Video is 4K format and 3840 by 2160, 23.98p is our frame rate, and rendering is Apple ProRes 422HQ, and for audio it's stereo at 48 kHz sample rate. Alright, and then hit OK. And next, as you can see, we have this empty timeline. And next thing that I'm gonna do is to add a gap. So how do you do that? Just press and hold Option and then W. And next, as you can see, this gray part right here, this is the bin. And I'm going to use this FX30_0574 video file. And I'm just gonna select my in and out point. Alright, once done, press Q. And it will be loaded to the timeline. And this is the easiest way for me to do that. Although you can also just click and hold the file and drag it to the timeline. But for me, pressing Q is easier. And now I'm just going to disable the audio because I don't need it. And let's match the length of the gap to the clip. So in this case, I'm just going to adjust the clip even more all the way to the right, meaning I'm going to fine tune where I'm going to start the clip. And alright, once done, hit this effects tab, this icon right here. And as you can see, I'm going to click Cinema Grade. And once the clip is still selected, you can just double click this one, or you can actually drag by holding this icon right here, the Cinema Grade one, all the way to the timeline to the clip that you're going to edit. But for now, we'll just double click it because it's simpler and easier. Now going to the inspector tab, we have the Cinema Grade and it's checked in blue. And now you see this open controls. Hit that and voila, it opened another window wherein you have all the controls you need. But this time around, since we have LUTs already installed into my Mac, we will be moving on and click final grading because for me it's easier and I don't have to really do base correction or whatsoever. So right now I will click final grading and we will concentrate on this part right here. And as you can see, we have this left side arrow. All I have to do is to just hover to that arrow and you can see there's this option look selection and just hit LUTs. And as you can see, I have all the phantom LUTs on here. All of the different colors of the different thumbnails are in here, so it's easier to actually see what you are going to work on. In this case, I am going to choose Eterna, and maybe you notice this is for A7S3, but don't worry because this one works with the FX30 as well. So click that and hit accept, and kaboom, like magic, from flat now to colored. And as you can see, before and then after. Now as you can see, this part right here, it says light. I'm gonna click that and select exposure. And this time around, you will see this control right here. This time meaning you can control this up and down. So I'll go ahead and move up, meaning I am adjusting exposure, making it more bright. And I'm looking for that sweet spot. Alright, so once that's done, you can actually hit contrast. It's up to you if you want it to be a little bit more contrasty to make the image pop. And for me, when I do this stuff, I'm always eyeballing if for me it's too contrasty or not, or if it's too flat or not. I just use my eyes and just rely to the monitor of my Mac. So please don't crucify me if I don't use waveforms. Alright, so once the contrast is done, I'm going to go back to the exposure mode. This time around, I'm going to choose shadows, midtones, and highlights. This way, whatever you adjust, it will only affect either the shadow, the midtones, and the highlights, and not the entire image. And then once you're done choosing that, you can see a plus sign and you can just click anywhere you want to adjust any part of the image. So either you add or subtract or go up or go down. So once you're happy with the overall image, just hit apply. And there you go. Now we're back to the main timeline, and this time around I'm gonna play it full screen. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with the result, and this time around let me show you some other examples. Alright, there you go. So that's about it for this video. I hope that this one is beneficial to you. Alright, until the next one, this is Bernie. Goodbye for now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Bernie here. And in today's video, I will show you my Sony